Hello?
Yo, what's up?
Shit. Wait, can you try talking again?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool,
Cool.
cool, 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 cool.
All right. I'm downloading updates on Fantasy Grounds.
Okay, I'll check for updates too.
Do Been playing Oblivion Remastered.
Oh, really? How is it? I never played Oblivion.
What? Seriously?
Yeah,
Did you play Skyrim?
I did, yeah.
Oh shit. Um, Oblivion's great, dude. Um, you know, it's like got some jank to it, but like it's like
Yeah, it's
really
a
charming
Bethesda
jank,
game. Yeah,
Yeah, but it's like back when it was like charming and not tedious, you know?
yeah.
Um, so it's like Skyrim really dumbed down all the systems. So like in Oblivion, like the magic system is bonkers. Like you can craft your own spells,
Oh.
and the effects that you can do like stack in weird ways. And so there's all these like crazy things you can do, to sort of like you can um bring your magic into the negatives and then put on like an enchanted like drain magicka like item, and it will then revert that negative because it's like a double negative. So
What the
it'll revert it
fuck?
into a positive. So you can keep spamming like a spell that will like put your like it'll keep raising your magicka, because it's like maxing your magicka stat and like your willpower, um, and then it's like a drain magicka effect on yourself. And it does this thing where it keeps stacking that effect. And so at a certain point, like it'll just keep putting your maximum magicka bar. It won't actually change the total magicka that you have, but it will change your magicka maximum. And then when that effect wears off and it lasts, 4 seconds or whatever, and you just keep reapplying it and it keeps adding another stack. But once that effect fully wears off, then it immediately drops that like magicka total into the negatives. And it'll go back up, to whatever your normal max was if you like sleep or you rest or whatever. But if you then, like while it's in the negatives, pop on a like simple enchanted ring that's like set to drain magicka on you, then that will essentially turn that negative into a positive. And so now your max magicka will be actually, instead of like negative 7,000, it'll be positive 7,000. And then you
What the
just have like
fuck?
a huge magicka pool. And then like, you can create like so you can like put like a spell, like I like my go-to spell is I will put like fire damage, um lightning damage and cold damage. And then at the end of that I'll put resistance to magicka for like 4 seconds. Or like basically it makes them vulnerable to magic attacks, for like 3 or 4 seconds. So you throw that spell and it's like DOT, it's like little ticks of stuff for like 5 seconds of damage. And during that time, so like after the initial effect hits on all the damaging effects, then they get vulnerable to magic. And the way that that works is then it each tick like it's like exponential damage. So like the first hit just does a little bit of damage, but then like the second hit does like, it just like deletes shit after like a small pause. Um
And this
so
still
yeah, there's
works on
all
like console that you don't need to mod it to
Oh
do all this
yeah,
stuff?
dude. No, you don't have no, these aren't mods. These are just custom spells that you can make. You can make custom spells, you can do like you can enchant your gear. I mean there's a trick where like there's an effect called chameleon, which is different than invisibility. So invisibility is like you're totally invisible, you can't be detected. Um, but as soon as you like take an action, then your invisibility is lost,
Yeah.
right? Chameleon you are visibly invisible. If you have 100% chameleon, the NPCs will not be able to detect you. Like, they'll be able to hear you, so like if your sneak isn't high, they'll know where you are, but like if you just move and sneak like quietly, then they won't be like they'll go to where they think you are, but they because you're 100% chameleon, they can't locate you. Like the NPCs can't locate you.
That's
It's
so
just go
dumb.
it's so stupid, dude. But like you can go through like, it kind of trivializes the game. So it's like funner to have like maybe 90%, because then like you still have to sneak, like they can still find you, because otherwise like they can't even path to you because they do not know your location because you're like invisible to them. Um, so there's like certain scripted things that they will come up and try to find you. Like if but yeah, otherwise the police will find you if they're trying to arrest you. Like if you're a witness doing a crime and then you go chameleon for whatever reason, they'll like path to you and stop you, and be like, you're under arrest. But if you resist arrest, they won't even enter combat because they can't see you. There's not a target for them to go aggressive on. So you can just get out of getting arrested that way. It's so stupid and janky. Like those are just all these things that like I've always found really charming about the game. But yeah, I mean there's a ton of exploits you can do. I mean duplicating items like really easily and other shit. And they left all that in the game for the most part. Like I think they patched a few in the remaster, but like you know, a lot of the exploits are still there, and it's like people are like, hopefully Bethesda just doesn't. It's a single player game. It's 20 years old. Like,
Yeah.
just let people have their fun. Like it looks great. Like the graphics upgrades, like
I've seen
it
some
looks
video
great.
of it. It does look good, yeah.
Um, so like I'm having a blast. It's like really nostalgic to just kind of go through and redo these old quest lines, and I have like my psycho mage build. I mean it's crazy, dude. Like you can do like custom spells again, like the amount of effect, like stats you can affect on the enemy with like the custom spells are just crazy, and the way that you could stack effects too, it's nuts. Like, like and the unofficial Elder Scrolls wiki has like useful spells for Oblivion, and like some of them are bonkers, dude. Like there's one that's called like somebody called it force push, and it's not really a force push. It's not like a Fusro Da. It's literally you set them to demoralize them like 100%, so that means that they're running away from you, and then you set their athletics and their movement speed because you can fortify that with like an alteration spell or a restoration spell, and you can fortify that on them. So you basically like give them a massive speed boost, but also you make them run away so that they will fling themselves like off the nearest like they will move so fast that the computer can't keep up, that they'll fall off a ledge and take fall damage and die. So it literally just like they're just trying to run away from you as fast as possible, but like it also can't compensate for the fact that like their movement speed and their jumping height and all that shit are like too high. So they will just like run so far away from you that it will like like they will run so fast away from you that it will ragdoll them. So it looks like you're just force pushing them when really you've like done this weird like chained spell effect that like um they're running away from you so hard that it looks like they've been force pushed. It's so stupid, man. That
So you
game is
like
so
juice them up and then just make them scare
yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, I mean it's pretty cool. I mean, um, and that's the thing too is like, oh, so like that spell I was telling you about, like a big part of the spell is like it's also set to paralyze them. So like I hit them, they get paralyzed, they're taking damage over time, and they're vulnerable to magic. So then, like, so every subsequent tick after the first tick is like a vulnerable tick, and again, it just like deletes like really high level um like mobs, and like
Mm-hmm.
I'm not like playing it on like, so the game like scales with your level, so it's like significantly harder the higher level you are, um to the point where people are like, hey, we recommend you do like this first, like don't put off the main quest line, like do the like first main quest line like at a lower level, um, because like it's really hard if you don't.
Yeah.
And I just did like the level up glitch to like max out some of the stats I wanted. Again, I don't give a shit. I've played this game like 4 times. Like, so I'm like at level 40, and like I was struggling to like stay alive. Like it's hard. And I was on like the, like not the easiest setting, but like the one next up from it, and like I was like getting one shotted by a ton of things.
Yeah.
And it took a while for me to get the other pieces in place that I needed to get my build in place. And even then, like I can't fuck around. Like I still have to like be strategic about like, you know, position and maintaining like my magic levels. Because like if I run out of magic, then like, I'm drinking potions to get it back. But it's like, you know, it can get dicey if I have a delay in like applying damage. Like I'm a glass cannon build basically, so like I have to throw damage out there at stuff. Um, and you know, enemies are really high level with like really like all the best armor and enchanted weapons that can stun me or do other shit. So, um, it's fun, but it's not like trivially easy as well. Like I'm
Yeah.
playing like um, but it is just stupid and you know um like I much preferred Oblivion. Like I've also spent probably 2,000 hours in Skyrim, so like I love Skyrim.
Yeah.
But I always wished that, and I was monitoring like the people that were doing like the independent or Oblivion remaster. I was like waiting
Sky
for that to like,
Oblivion.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was waiting for that to like finish. Um, because I really wanted to play it, but you know, this is just as good. Um, so I don't know if Isaiah is gonna make it, and I know Quinn is like gonna be pretty late.
Yeah.
I haven't heard from Isaiah, and it didn't sound like Dan was coming. So
Yeah.
um,
Lou is in here, but I think he's. It says PlayStation. I think that's
Yeah,
what he's
I,
using
yeah.
though.
yeah, I'm using PlayStation now because it's just so much better sound quality.
Yeah.
And
Do you
I don't
use
know
your
what
controller?
uh, yeah,
Cool. So you just
yeah,
like have a little dongle plugged into the controller.
uh, yeah. Um, I'm
Yeah, dude.
actually, yeah, like I have my setup like in my office. I have everything set up to my two monitors. So I didn't I can't believe I never like thought about just using Discord on the PlayStation. It's so much better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I use it pretty frequently when I'm gaming with my brothers. Because I've got a few games on PlayStation that have um
Crossplay.
crossplay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and yeah, I actually think that the sound quality on Discord is pretty good,
Yeah.
like through the PlayStation thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Um,
so
okay, let's see here. We have
okay, let me load the game. Guess I should do that first. Where's
okay. Uh, What is a woman? Sorry. I don't know what's going on with my YouTube algorithm, but I'm getting all these freaking shorts about what is a woman. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Uh,
I my YouTube algorithm is fucked now because like I only just started like watching it again because I'm like having to sit in the office, and it's easy to sort of put something on that I don't necessarily have to be looking at.
correct,
So I've
correct,
started like
yeah.
watching like long form like video essays on shit. One, if you haven't heard of Action Button, games. That guy's brilliant. He does reviews of video games. He used to work for, I think, Kotaku. He's been in the games industry for a long time, but like he's got his own thing now, and he just put out a like long form 9.5 hour long review of LA Noire, which is an old ass game,
It is.
but like that's what he does. It's like he does like it's all like really stylized. It's not a review. It's like art. I don't know how to describe it other than that. Like it's I don't know if you have time, if you're he's really good. And then I watched a guy review every single Disney Channel original movie today, which was a 6.5 hour long video.
Action Button.
Yeah, it's called Action Button.
Okay, I'm looking at him right now. Let's see.
Yeah.
Here.
Like he posted a bunch of videos, and they're all
Holy
really long
crap,
on different
yeah.
games. And it's really cool. But then he stopped, and it's been years, and he only just reposted. Like he only just posted like a new one.
Oh shit, yeah. LA Noire 11 days ago. Baku no Natsuya Sumi 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 4 years ago, 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow, I wonder why.
I don't know,
Huh.
but I'm glad he's making content again.
Yeah,
But yeah, I
LA
also
Noire.
again I
Holy
watched
crap.
the 6.5 hour video today on the Disney Channel original movies, and that was nostalgic. But also some of those movies are batshit crazy.
Dude, it's crazy about the Snow White,
Okay.
the freaking Snow White theory.
No,
with
dude,
the-
I'm talking about the Disney Channel original made for TV movies.
What? Okay, that's on YouTube. What channel? What channel is that? Cause I gotta look it up now. Cause I love Disney
Uh,
Channel.
I don't remember, but it's just this
Okay.
guy that like reviews.
All right, let's see. Original
What the fuck, man? Fantasy Grounds is like
Disney movie review.
it's like from 4 months ago.
By the way, I came in and I was just listening. I didn't want to interrupt you talking. Were you talking about Oblivion?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I actually just got into Hogwarts.
Dude, Hogwarts is great, and it looks so
Oh.
good.
Yeah.
Dude, cause I got the PlayStation thing where it's free for me now, and
Oh, yeah.
I saw it like 2 days ago. I'm like, what?
Fuck, man.
Got it. I've been playing it like nonstop for 2 days. It's been fantastic.
It's a great game. It really kind of nailed the experience of like learning spells
Yeah,
and like dueling with spells and feeling powerful like a like it really did nail the like I feel like I'm a wizard
yeah.
in the Harry Potter universe.
Yeah.
I played through it 4 times.
Nice.
Oh, really? I still haven't gotten through the whole thing. I got to the point where like I was supposed to capture it was like some side quest. I always get distracted with side quests. Like I end up doing a shitload of side
too.
quests and then I get like
too.
burnt out on the game and never fucking finish it. But
I 100% of that game, and to get the platinum trophy, you have to like be in all the houses and get to a certain point in all the houses in the game. So you don't have to you don't have to like beat the game, but there's like a point where the quest is different depending on which house you're in.
Really?
And so you have to get to that point in the game to get like one of the trophies. And because you have to have done every single quest. But the quests are unique to each house.
I didn't
So
realize
and
that.
there's a way to set up your save so that like your guy is like right before the house selection, and you have like an autosave that's like you put on the cloud. This was on PlayStation. I don't know like what you do on.
Yeah.
It's probably easier on computer, but you know, so there's a way to like set it up so that you're like, you don't have to go through like the whole intro.
Mhm.
You just have to you're like right at the house selection, but then you have to play through the game as each house. So I mean, I didn't play through the whole game. I played through the whole game twice all the way through. I played once as a uh Hufflepuff and once as a Ravenclaw.
Yeah, I'm doing Ravenclaw.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm
I
going
was
on my phone real quick. I'm getting everything booted up.
Yeah, no worries. I haven't been able to get the game to start, so
Yeah,
it's starting now.
Yeah, it's still offline for me. Okay, cool.
Okay. While my computer boots up and everything, I'm gonna run upstairs and get out of this monkey suit.
Yeah, dude, take your time. We're just
But
getting
I
started.
will. I'll be on soon.
Cool.
All right. See.
Yeah, one of the things I noticed about that game is that like depending on which house you pick, like it sort of skews the drops for like the fashion items, like your clothing,
really?
toward like colors that are also in line with like your house clothing.
Oh, interesting.
So like when I was playing Hufflepuff, it's like I was getting a lot of like stuff that was like, you know, if there was like a sweater in like a plaid or like a pair of pants or whatever, like it was in like closer to the color palette of Hufflepuff than like when I was playing as Ravenclaw. Like most of the stuff I was getting of the same items were like in a color palette, and it's not like the official house stuff. Like it's the stuff that you can get in town or stuff that you can pick up off, you know, chests or whatever. Like, it just skewed towards like your chosen house's color palette, which I thought was an interesting like thing.
Yeah. I picked Gryffindor. I don't know why. I think I just like red too much. uh, but a lot of people tell me like Hufflepuff and Ravenclaws are like they usually. Why? Like I'm not too much into Harry Potter lore. My wife is obsessed with it. She has all the books, read them each like over 10 times. Not that's not exaggeration. And she goes through the movies at least 4 times a year. Not even kidding.
What does she think of the new series coming out?
Oh, we haven't talked about that. I gotta talk to her about that.
Yeah.
But I did mention it to her, and she was like, "Oh, really?" And I was like, "Yeah."
They cast. I saw that they cast Snape, and he's like
Nice.
a black guy.
Yeah.
And I saw a sketch that was funny. I don't have a problem with Snape being cast as a black guy.
Yeah, I don't really give a shit
about that. But it's funny because somebody's like, you know, in the first Harry Potter book, like Harry just doesn't like Snape. Like all the other teachers he likes, and he immediately like, it's like, oh, there's
It's
something
true,
about
it's
Snape.
true.
I
Oh
don't like.
God.
It's
People are
true.
like, oh my God, it's gonna make Harry more racist.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
yeah. It's like coincidence.
There's
but-
something off-putting about him.
There's something.
I'm not
there's
sure
something
what
off
it
about this
is.
Snape, Professor Snape guy. I don't know what it is. He's different. Something weird about him. I can't quite put my finger on it. Yeah. So
That's
I
hilarious.
don't know.
I mean, no
But I
one's
like-
gonna no one's gonna overcome Alan Rickman as Snape, though. Like he was just
Oh no, yeah.
like you're just not. His voice is like too
Honestly-
perfect, and he is too unsettling. Like
Yeah.
Honestly, I mean, I think that's going to be the thing that really they're gonna be fighting an uphill battle with, and I think that, you know, the best they can do is like, I think they should like lean into making it a little more stylized, a little bit more,
Hmm.
you know, and
Modern?
then really like enhance. Not necessarily modern, because like the books explicitly take place in the like 90s.
In the
you know?
90s, correct? Yeah. Mhm.
But like I do think that like they need to really lean into the fact that like these are longer form adaptations. Like, you know, try to really like follow sort of the way that they're structured in the book more. Um, you know, make it feel like they're at school and not just like, you know, and that like there's a passage, like a solid like passage of time as it goes, you know, like it's a whole school year.
Yeah.
I don't know, like I think that they could do it well if it's like, um, but they have to separate themselves out because like those movies like were so perfectly cast.
They really were.
So
I mean,
like I don't know what
yeah.
they do, you know, to overcome that. Like they'll always be compared to it.
Always. Yep.
So they have to just, I think, like make it just clear that they're intentionally going to be a little bit different, and
Yeah.
you know, like that's okay. Like they want to really be like,
Dude, I would kind of like a TV series after Harry Potter. I don't know why they always all these like franchises and shit. They do the prequel thing, and I just don't like. They did the Fantastic Beast stuff, and it's like I just don't have any interest in prequel stuff. Like I don't know what it
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
about me. I just don't like
I
set it after
agree.
Harry Potter.
well,
Make it a new story.
well, the
You
reason
know?
the
Yeah.
reason like they do that though is because like it's safer, right? Like it's a safer choice for a prequel
I mean,
Yeah.
because
it's yeah.
because like there are like you just have to tell how you got there, you know, like it's already like kind of filled in backstory for the most part,
Hmm.
like you're just kind of portraying it. But like if you're going beyond the story, then like, you know, that's a lot more dangerous narratively. Like are you like if you want them to have more like character arcs and character development, then like, you know, have they developed new flaws since the end of the story? You know, do they have the same flaws, and then does that like
Well, I'm
cheapen,
not even talking about like the
you
same
know?
characters. I'm talking about like a
Oh yeah.
completely different set of human beings with a completely different story. Just have it set, you know, 10
Yeah.
at this point they can be 20 years after cuz as you said it's
Oh
set
yeah.
in the 90s. Like
Yeah.
you know, it could just be like and it's still wizarding and it's still fun and the place isn't going to change very much, right? Like
Right.
Yeah.
What wasn't Fantastic Beasts based on Dumbledore? Dumbledore.
Well, yeah, I mean it's kind
eh,
of based on it follows Eddie Redmayne's character. I can't remember his name. Flip.
Newt
He's
Gingrich.
yeah, Newt
Salamander? Newt something.
Scamander.
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 Yeah.
Newt
Okay.
Scamander.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know the game is based in the 1880s or something like that.
Yeah.
The actual game. And then so Harry Potter was in the 90s, and I know Fantastic Beasts was in the 40s, I think, right? Something like that.
Uh,
I think.
I didn't
the
see
first
it. Like I
Fantastic
don't.
Beast. No, the first Fantastic Beast was in the 20s.
I feel like it was World War
20s.
One or something,
There
if
you
I
go.
remember.
It's
Yeah.
like the 20s, and then it's um, and then I think the second one is like in the 30s.
Oh, dude, my favorite.
Because-
Sorry, go on.
No, go ahead.
My favorite like bit of lore is they were talking about like the Revolutionary Army or war in the United States, and like the British wizards were all like they had this huge debate and stuff, and they eventually sent something to the wizarding school in America that was like, we've decided, you know, that we're not going to do, you know, intervene or whatever. We don't believe that wizards should be involved in the war or whatever. And the American reply was, see that you don't. And that's just fucking it. Like, just stay out of it.
Yeah.
I want to see more of the American one. Because that story, because I went to the website at one point and I just like read some of the lore about
Yeah.
the American school and how it was founded and like the story of that. And it's really cool. It's genuinely cool.
Yeah, it is cool. I wouldn't mind them setting something there. I kind of agree. Like, I don't know why they're trying to just like rehash old shit. I mean, I do. It's so that they can maintain the IP. Like, um,
I mean,
sort of keeps things out of the public domain. They keep
I mean,
making stuff.
everything right now is like redos of remakes of everything. There's nothing original on TV anymore. Like
Yeah,
even in the theaters, like it's all remakes of old movies or TV shows. It's really sad to see.
I saw
Yeah, I
Mickey
mean-
17 with my dad. That was pretty. That was decent. That was a decent original.
yeah, but it didn't do well.
Yeah, it did not do well.
I mean, arguably, like that director's stuff has never done well. It's never made a ton of money. This is his actually
what was
most
the name?
successful one.
Mickey
was the name of it?
17.
I
It's
haven't
not
seen
like
it
a
yet.
great
I wanna
movie.
see
It was
though.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Definitely worth it if you get it on Netflix or whatever. I was just looking because my dad was visiting. We were just looking for something to do.
Oh, with Robert Pattinson. Oh, cool.
It's the director who did Parasite.
I need to watch that because I really like his films, that director.
Yeah.
And I also think Robert Pattinson is actually very underrated.
Yo, they have a good ass cast though.
Yeah.
Jeez. Look at his cast list.
There's a new Christopher Nolan movie coming out soon.
The
Yeah.
Minecraft movie is making a ton of money.
Bong
God,
Joon Ho.
I never
all right,
caught the
guys.
mic. Okay, yeah.
We just shoot the shit if everybody wants to. I don't care. So
It was an event where everyone got freaking shit faced. So
cool. I was at work today, and it looked like people were starting to protest at the end of the day. Well, I think people were probably out there for a while, but there were definitely people walking towards the protest with signs. So, it's kind of a big protest day, May Day. It's the day where workers during the Gilded Age fought to get an 8-hour workday. The big general strike.
Oh,
there's a lot of protesters in downtown DC right now.
what?
Yeah.
I'm looking at. Are you talking about Odyssey?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I want to see that so bad.
Dude, the
I
fucking
love the
cast
Odyssey.
is crazy. Look at this
The Odyssey.
cast, bro.
Yeah, reading that book as like I forget where I read it. I think I read it in high school and in college, and there was something about it. Like there's something about that, like the Greek lore, that's just like I like it. It's so enjoyable.
There's a.
It looks like it's gonna be a hit.
I mean,
Yeah, it's gonna be fucking nuts.
It's Christopher Nolan. I mean, there is very little that he bombs in, you know. Very little that he bombs.
I've also heard that there's this woman who was like the first woman to translate the Odyssey. Emily Wilson, and I've heard that like her translation has been lauded as being like, the most like sort of focused on the like original Greek text while like bringing it into like a contemporary voice.
Well, I don't think there really even was an original. Like it was an orally passed down
Yeah.
story, so it's kind of hard, to know
Yeah, I
what
mean,
it was
was
really supposed to
ultimately
be.
right. I mean, it was ultimately written down, but like there's different versions of it that were written down at different times, and so like a big part of the translation process is like, deciding which sort of like translation to do and like what the usage in the Greek would have meant then, and so like there's just certain things like I saw a video on this, and it's sort of like her take on things was like really interesting. And again, like it's all like, these like stodgy old men, and she was like the first woman to do it, and sort of had like, um and it's like a scholarly translation, so it's not like it's like a just like an interpretation and she's writing her own shit. Like, she's reading it and studying like different texts and comparing them and negotiating with these different texts, and you know um what the Greek says, and then sort of determining from there what the words should be. So it's kind of interesting, but I've wanted to actually read that because I studied the Odyssey. I've read the Odyssey in college, but obviously that
I have
was
never
before,
read the Odyssey.
before this.
I really
Um,
like, compared to a lot of the other shit they had us reading. I really enjoyed reading the Odyssey. It was one of the
Yeah,
only
it's-
ones where it's like not just like common normal English, where it's like a bit off in a way where I
Yeah.
really enjoyed it. The other one was God, it was about like in Scotland where there's like these drug addicts. I forget the name of it, but they made it into a movie. I liked reading that one too.
Trainspotting.
Trainspotting, yeah. Dude, the
Yeah.
book literally has a glossary. Like, it's a secondary language when you read it. You have to like read
Yeah.
the glossary to understand what's going on.
um,
I think I read Beowulf. Is that one?
yep.
Eh,
He fights a sea monster or something.
He fights Grendel.
Yeah, Beowulf was pretty good. The book, at least, was good.
And then he does fight a sea monster at the end.
I think they
language
messed up,
confused me in that one.
It's written in Old English, so
Yeah.
it's like the first English like book, or the oldest English book or something. So
Well, I'm down to game.
yeah. Last time we ended, you guys had a wrestling match. Did I divvy up loot from that? You guys got loot from that?
Yes.
Yes, I think we did.
Did we?
Yeah, you got like the
Yeah.
belt. I think it was worth some money, and
Oh, right. Okay, gotcha.
We got some gold coin.
yeah, you got some gold.
Yeah.
So I think it's time to leave the Orcish realm. Go back to the Crystal Crescent City. And see if you can make your case. You weren't able to capture the Platinum Knight, but you were able to save a town and discover an ancient giant ruin that nobody had been able to gain access to. So
Yeah.
that might be enough of an achievement, and you helped out this mayor and the dwarf who wanted to keep the mines open and not let Urbanaran turn into a service economy. And so he's going to put in a good word with the council
Hmm.
at Crystal Crescent City, see if they'll approve you guys to be Spectral Pioneers. Yeah, so I think it's time to leave. You'll have because of the way the Orcish realm works, you have to go kind of around the circle down to the southern relay gate, which is the only one that is still intact. And it'll take a few days, so I'm gonna say you guys will have a week of downtime. We don't have to like negotiate all the downtime shit in this session, just because like not everybody's here. And I don't know. I basically like probably won't have you guys do roles for downtime activities for this time around. I'll just see like what you guys want to do on the ship. And you know, if there's any like skills you want to develop or whatever. Or just things you want to do, concoct potions or I don't know. It's you know, not a great spot for downtime activity, but it's not like you guys are in a city and be able to like role play. I don't know.
Okay.
But I don't know. Maybe we can do that through the chat.
Yeah, I think the one thing, just because if we're going to a city, it might come up. I want to one of those days take it time to relax to get rid of the stress that was giving me disadvantage on sleight
you
of hand.
definitely should. Yeah. So yeah, get rid of that. You can take it easy for one day, and then you'd still have 6 days.
Yeah.
And we'll get back to the Crystal Crescent City. So as you get back, the it's a pretty uneventful trip. Not gonna have any encounters on the way. Like, you know, let's just keep the story moving. You know, you guys come into the port. I'm on the map. How do I share this? You guys should have it. I think it's called Crystal Crescent City.
Yep.
I got it.
So you guys come into port. It seems a little busy.
Damn, I forgot how good this looks.
And you know, you guys are met at the port by Secretary Seward, who is the ambassador to the humans on the council.
And his husband, Kevin.
Was it Kevin? No.
I can't remember.
No, my bird's name is Kevin.
Yes.
What's his name? Henry, right?
Give me one
Oh,
second.
no. Hold on, I'm looking at my old notes. How can I never wrote it down. Wow. Wow, I never wrote down their names. Is it Henry? Why do I have Henry here?
I don't think it was Henry. I'm pretty sure it was
I'm
well,
missing
he was like
pages.
based on Abraham Lincoln. But I don't really remember what I said his name was.
Okay, who is Henry W. Seward? Seward?
Seward.
Seward.
That's yeah. That's the ambassador to the humans. H.W.
Correct.
Seward. Yeah.
Correct. That's the guy. Okay, and I never wrote his husband's name. Shit.
That's okay. He did help you guys in the fight in the theater.
Correct.
And but yeah, he's there. And you know, he's like, welcome. You've arrived back. I don't know if you've seen the news or heard the news, but the High Rollers returned a few days ago with the Silver Knight, brought him into custody, and made a big show of it. And so they were granted the honor, I suppose, of being made into spectral pioneers. So
That's
it's a
bullshit.
setback. It's a setback, certainly, but you know, I mean, they were handpicked by the Rough Riders and have made a name for themselves. You guys were fighting an uphill battle, so you know. But I do wish to help. I forget. Did you guys give him one of the potions?
Uh,
I think you did,
we
right?
Yeah.
we did.
Yeah.
We definitely gave him and his husband.
I think his
Yeah.
husband like vomited after it though, or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which I was not smart enough to make note of.
Nobody did.
Yeah.
So
Nobody
Yeah.
did.
But like other people had vomited after it and are fine.
We don't know
Like
that.
it's not
Yeah.
a good taste. Yeah, I mean one of the halflings did when they
I got
took
you.
it.
okay.
I got you.
Someone failed a constitution check, I thought, and threw up.
Yeah. It when we first started at the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
So yeah, so he's like, you know, I mean, it's good at least, like they're you know, they did not directly contradict your story. I've been struggling to, you know, find proof that the Myrmex made an all-out assault on the human realm, and that the human realm has essentially been encased in
Yeah.
some kind of barrier preventing travel into or out of it. That's you know, I mean, obviously the barrier exists, but you know, people think that it's, you know, there's a lot of speculation about it, you know, and it doesn't help that the what's his name? See, I'm struggling with all the names too. I suck at this.
Henry?
No, I need to find the. One of the people who got out before the attack was Rossler who was like one of the, or who was the guy, Lou, in your backstory?
Oh yes. Yeah, I remember that. What's his name? Lord Isley. Yeah, Rothelsdorf. Yeah.
Right. So Lord Ainsley
Rothelsdorf. Yeah.
is, yeah, he got out,
Right.
and he's been denying that the Myrmex are attacking.
Right, and that's what made
And
me so pissed off. So pissed
right.
off at that. Yeah.
Right, and he's been trying to say that, you know, Russell T. Velt and Nick Latez and the other Rough Riders are trying to consolidate power within the human realm, and you know, forced some of the richest men in the human realm out, and you know, he's trying to basically seize their property, and you know, thinks it's an affront to you know, the dignity of their workers and, you know, their industry. And so he's been sort of running a smear campaign, and yeah, H.W. Seward is you know, like, believes you guys, but the high rollers have not they didn't
Confirmed.
directly confirm. They didn't,
Yeah.
you know, they were cagey with their story, and said that,
Of course they were.
you know, um, they didn't feel comfortable sharing it in an open audience. And from what I know, in a closed session, they also did not share much information.
Yeah.
Um,
Ju- just so you know, and I kind of just interrupt him as he's talking. I don't know if we're having I'm just gonna say, did, did the high rollers, and as I say high rollers, I'm gonna quotation marks like Doctor Evil, did the high rollers also mention that the only reason they caught the Silver Knight was because of our fantastic strategic plan of making an avalanche, and he got caught
um,
under it?
they made
Of
no
course they
mention
didn't.
of you.
Of course they did. Of course they didn't. We were there
They
before
said
they were.
in his hubris, he was marching through the mountains with an army,
Oh,
and their stopping triggered an avalanche, and they were able to locate him
They took him
and
from
recover him
us.
from the
yeah,
wreckage.
that was
Interesting.
our plan. Our plan. We caused that avalanche. We made those traps.
Hmm.
Those
Well,
bastards.
they did not turn over custody of the Silver Knight. They have kept him in their custody. They said that there's um, vital information that he has for their next mission as Spectral Pioneers. As you know, Spectral Pioneers have a lot of leeway um, to pursue their own investigations, and
So,
as long as it's for the betterment of the people of the Cauldron, then
right. Um, by the way, Henry, if I may call you Henry, after all we've been through, I mean, come on, come on. Um, I know that you said that it's not like we planned, but what if I told you that with a little conversation, we might be able to be spectral pioneers after today?
well, I
And
can
I can't.
certainly make your case. I mean, you want to
Well,
like just have
y-
gotten him up to speed then on everything you did.
yes,
Okay.
that's what I was gonna say. I'm gonna tell
Yeah.
him everything that happened, and then like the guy we spoke to. I didn't write down his name, but the governor now over there, he told us about his friend over here, and then that's the only reason why we came back to see if we can talk to him. I don't know if they know each other. I guess I'll end the conversation with do you know him?
Um,
What was their names? I can't believe I didn't
I
write
know
it down.
the ambassador of the dwarves. Both of the clan of females who have their own representation, and of um, the current um, ambassador from the clan of the Greybeards.
Yeah.
So if
Uh,
he's who you have a recommendation from, um, then yeah, I think maybe we can get the votes.
yeah. Um,
Did we get the recommendation? I thought we got the recommendation from
We did,
Golden
right?
Braid.
yes.
Yeah,
Or
Goldbraid
he's
was like
Goldberg.
sworn brothers to the
Graybeard.
current ambassador from the Greybeards. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So yeah,
Goldberg.
um, he's like I'll set up a meeting with him tomorrow,
Perfect.
and um, maybe you'll be called into a hearing to give your testimony of so we can compare the versions of the stories from the recommendation and yours, and then uh, maybe we can vote on it. So um, take the day to yourselves. You can stay um, in our guest quarters in the embassy if you wish to do so, um, and you have the day. So yeah, if you guys want to spend a day in this city, there's something you want to do, that would be fine. You can skip ahead as well.
I am curious.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe we can. discuss this a little further, but I was curious. I want to make use of Catspur a little bit more.
Okay.
I was wondering if there's a way to turn him into an quote unquote uh, familiar, or not like a full blown familiar, but something along those lines, if possible.
To turn Catspur into a familiar.
Yeah.
Um. I don't know.
Okay. Well, we could talk about that
Yeah.
another
Um.
time.
You could go to a
I don't know. Maybe not a
Sure. Yeah.
familiar. Maybe not a familiar, right? Because I don't know if there's a thing, if there's a spell for that, and if there is, it's probably higher tier. But I'm thinking more of a like, I don't know, train him real well,
Uh huh.
um, so that he will be able to distract enemies or cause distractions
Well,
to
I'll
make.
I'll say this. Roll investigation.
Okay. Let's investigate. Wow, this is horrible.
Are you 12's not bad. Um, you have like criminal contacts or anything, or what's your background?
I do not have criminal contacts. I am a criminal, but I do have oh, I know about the Thieves Guild here that actually gave me a
Oh yeah,
job. The
yeah,
BE Holdings Company.
yeah. BE holders. Yeah.
Yeah, BE
Um,
holders. Okay, not
yeah.
holdings.
BE
Okay,
Holdings Company. I
cool.
think
Yeah,
or yeah, BE Holdings or BE holders.
yeah, the
Um,
Thieves Guild there. Yep, yep,
yeah. So it's an adventure outfitter.
yep.
Um, is the front, and yeah, they have like a sort of thieves guild um set up there. So yeah, you go there and you investigate, sort of with them. So I'll say that you have advantage then. You can roll again. I mean, that's a fairly
Uh,
high roll, but 12's pretty good, but let's see if you can do better.
four. Okay. Let's see here. Investigation. All right.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
there you go.
Third.
One higher. 13's better. 13's better than 12.
It is.
Um,
It is.
so you go there, you see this, it's kind of a, you know, ostentatious ostentatious building. Think like department stores in like the
Mhm.
Gilded Age, like it's sort of big. It's got like multiple floors. It says BE holders. Their tagline is beauty is in the eye. Um,
Yeah.
and um, yeah, you go in and um, the way you get information is like there's a special fitting room
Mhm.
and you go in and it's almost like a confessional, you know, and so you're in like this fitting room, but there's like a person on, behind the mesh on the other side, and they're like, "What are you looking for?"
Um. I don't know. I have a pet. She is a Tressum that I acquired about, I don't know, a few months ago, and I
Yeah, a few
would,
weeks ago.
yeah. Oh yeah, few. That's right. Game time. A few weeks ago, and beautiful thing, beautiful thing. I was just wondering, maybe if somebody can help me turn her into a familiar or something along the lines.
Hmm. Yeah. This person's like, "Wait 1 second." They close the slat, and they're gone for a few minutes, and they come back, and they're like, I have items that will be of use to you. Here you go. And, through a little panel, they hand you like some, uh, like a pair of boots,
Mm-hmm.
um, and, you know, a length of rope and things like that. But you notice that like on the inside tag of the boot is like a note with instructions.
Yep. Yep.
And it says to find Professor Dogwood.
Mhm.
It has an address in the city.
Professor Dogwood. Oh, these boots are lovely. I think these will fit just fine. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate
They're not
your
free.
help. Oh yeah, I know. I don't know how
25
much.
gold.
How much?
25 gold
God damn it! I was gonna do 2 gold. All right.
for the information.
No, no. Of course, I know. I understand. I understand. Um, let me see. Do I have it? I think I do. I think I have a whole bunch of gold. Um, and oh yeah, I have gold. Okay. Yep. I pass him the gold. No problem. Um, yeah. Um, and I'll just slip right out.
Um,
I will slip right out. Um, and I don't know where the group is. But I'll rendezvous back with them. Actually, first of all, as I make my way back, can I just make sure nobody's following me?
yeah, go ahead and make a perception check.
Very, I know how it is in my line of work.
No one's following you.
Perfect. All right. So I rendezvous back with the guys, and I tell them my plan to making Catspur like a familiar or something similar to it, so that what's his name? Um, Bertram can have a friend. It's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good.
Um, yeah. So um, you go into the you go to the address, and it's like in kind of a rundown town, and uh, part of town a little bit, and it's not like that rough, but it's like a little just less nice, you know. Um, kind of on the outskirts, like if you think of like the crescent, like the nicer parts are like in the middle of the crescent, and as you
Yeah.
get further and further along the ends of the crescent, it gets like less nice. Um, so like like I'd say like over here, um, like in over here are like the bad neighborhoods, you know. And there's no bad neighborhoods. It's like the capital city. It's but it's just a little less uh,
Mhm.
nice. And you find a building um, that's got like all sorts of like an orrery and like on top there's like a telescope. Um, like it looks like somebody who does like research, magical
Mhm.
research, whatever. Um, and on the outside it says, Professor Dogwood, and then it says PhD, and the PhD is crossed out.
Oh God. Well, guys, I don't know if this. By the way, are you guys coming with me, or am I doing this by myself? I don't know. I couldn't
You guys
really
should be
tell.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
Okay.
can be there.
All right. Cool. Nice.
And think about what you guys want to be doing if there's some other thing you want to do, because like we're just having fun. So you knock on the door,
Mhm. Mhm.
and a man opens, and he's got like if anybody's got like mad professor energy, it's this guy. His hair is all disheveled. He's got like a white lab coat kind of thing. Um, big, just like thick bifocals. Um, he's like, oh, visitors at this late hour, and inside it is kind of mangy and uh, it doesn't smell great. It smells like bad takeout. And he's like, tell me, is this I have female guests or male guests here? He's like trying to put his eyeglasses on.
Oh no, I don't think I want to do anything to do with this guy. Male, definitely male.
Oh, so okay,
Professor Wood.
you are a boy. Well, what brings you to the doorstep of the great Professor Dogwood?
Well, great Professor Dogwood. I don't know. People, I was asking around about wanting to make this beautiful fellow, and I have Catspur, by the way. I'm
Yeah.
holding him in my arms, petting him like Doctor Evil pets his
Uh-huh.
naked cat, and I'm saying, she deserves better. I want to make her a familiar, and I don't know. Asking around, I got your name, so I decided to come see you out. Can you help?
He
Or
says, he says, I certainly can. He says, enter my lab. And he invites you in, and as he steps in, you see he flips a switch, and some like crystals begin to like illuminate, but like think like a fluorescent light like that's kind of flickering and struggling to come on, and then it comes on. And you step into his lab, and there's all sorts of magical research equipment,
Mhm.
um, but in particular something you see is like um, these like balls of yarn
Mhm.
that um, are like intricately crocheted,
Mm.
um, and um, yeah, out of like what looks to be like a strange sort of like silk-like wool material. Hard to really say like what the material is. It's kind of like um, they've got like multicolored patterns on them. Um, he's like, yes, yes. Uh, so you wish? I take it you're not a man of the magical arts,
I am not. What gave it away? If
right?
I may.
Well, you wish to have a familiar, but if you were a man of the magical arts, it's a fairly easy spell to learn.
Ah,
You could have learned it. Um, to find familiar.
remember, I'm not
You
that
have this
smart
cat,
anymore.
and he seems like a normal pet, and that is what my research has been trying to find an alternative path for those who wish to have an animal companion but have no talent for the magical arts. Um,
Ah,
a way to ensure a beast's obedience and continued companionship.
and
Um,
love. Don't forget love as I stroke.
sure, yeah, and the accessibility of them being able to go away when you need them to go away, but to be out in the world when you need them to be out, and that
Ah,
to be able to forge that connection that those with a familiar would have, right?
interesting. Yeah, that'll be cool for
That
sure.
mind's connection. That's what I seek, to be able for man to find a way to subjugate whatever beasts he wishes to and make them his companions.
Nice. That's That's lovely.
Now the difficulty is, certain beasts take up space, and so I've come up with a clever way. It's all in the way that you stitch the materials, and you notice. Roll a perception or investigation on, and he holds up one of these balls.
Okay. Perception or investigation?
Yeah.
Can I do perception?
Yeah.
Oh no.
So you notice like really intricate stitching on these like yarn, like balls of yarn.
Mhm.
Um, and um, he says these are what I call crochet balls, and
Yeah.
they've been crocheted in a special way. They're bigger on the inside, and they can contain a beast, but they also contain powerful enchantments that will change your beast into an obedient servant of you.
Well, I don't want to serve it, but I get what you mean.
Now, the issue I've had, this is quite experimental, I was actually kicked out of the academy
Is,
for
is that
doing
why?
this.
Is that why your PhD is crossed out in the back, in the front?
I mean, among other things, but,
Okay.
let's just, it's why I was concerned about your gender as you came here. But, um, you know, anyways, we're not here to talk about my past. We're here to talk about our future achievements in science. I've
Right.
wanted someone who is willing to. You have such a fine creature there, and it's small, which tends to work out better. Um, so here's what you do: you take one of these balls, and you unclasp the button, and you
Mhm.
press it to your beast, and it will be absorbed into the ball. And if all goes well, it will stay contained within it. If it doesn't, well, we'll see what happens. Hopefully, you
This
know.
is this is a Pokeball.
It is. I was about to say.
This is a
I was
fucking
about to
Pokeball.
say the same thing. I was about to say, oh, this is the crochet style. That's fucking awesome.
No, it's a
Um,
ball of yarn. It's called a
yeah,
crochet ball. It's
Yeah,
called
yeah,
a
no,
yeah,
it's
crochet
not a
ball.
Pokeball
crochet
at all.
ball.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
I don't know what we're
For
talking about.
sure.
Pokeball.
Dude, this is so fucking cool. It's not even funny, dude. This is so awesome.
I kind of
His
want
name's
one
Professor
myself now. Like,
Professor Darko. You can have one.
Yo,
Yeah, he's looking for adopters.
when did this turn into fucking Pokemon,
I
dude?
don't know.
Dude, when you
hold
asked
on.
when you asked for a
This
way
is
to turn
awesome.
animals into your familiars, man.
This
You
is
wanted
fucking
Pokemon. You
awesome.
just didn't ask for it in those
Dude,
terms.
I love it so much. It's not
This,
even funny. I
I,
want this to work so good. All right. Um,
I'm
you gotta say
curious now
something.
myself. How much do these cost?
He said, "Look, I I will give you one at cost if it works. You spread the word.
Okay.
This is my patent, um, and I need this to go well, but nobody believes in me.
It would be better with two at cost, yes?
But it
Yes,
doesn't
well,
even have an animal.
I want to sell them. But in terms of for me to be able to make my money, the most basic ones I want to sell for 100 gold.
Okay. Um, can we get free lifetime upgrades if this works? At
Um,
50%. Well, not upgrades. Upgrades at 50%.
he said, let's just see if this works, and if you
Okay.
like the product, you spread the word.
Oh, I will. Oh, oh, we will. I am sort of, somewhat of a
He's a promoter.
promoter. Yeah, yeah. Somewhat of a promoter.
A promoter, and because here's my idea, I've been thinking about this. They're perfectly like once they're in, like the enchantment's in the ball. really turn them into your loyal servant. So
You mean
just
you mean
like
the
a
yarn?
familiar is,
The
I've
ball of
thought
yarn?
about fighting
Okay.
them.
Oh my god, are we about to
That sounds
fucking
awesome.
throw them in the wrestling ring? Did we accidentally
Oh
create
my
Pokemon?
God. We fucking did. We fucking did. This is so good. Oh my god. This is happening. Oh shit.
Like, wouldn't you love to see that Tressum fight against a monkey?
I mean, how about a rat?
A rat would be cool. Feels a little unfair, but what if it's a rat with like big fucking teeth? A giant rat.
Hmm.
The huge dick, yeah.
Anyways,
All right. Okay.
so just tap into it. Now I'm telling you, there's a chance this goes horribly wrong. It has in the past. I need you to sign this, and he pulls out a like waiver of liability form. Boilerplate waiver of liability. I am not responsible for the
Hold
outcome
on.
of what happens to the pet.
Okay.
If you
Sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
when he says that, I'm going to unhook my like maul, slam it on the ground, and say, "Oh, we will sign it, but we are sure nothing will go wrong." He'll slam it down. He's trying to intimidate this guy.
roll intimidation.
Unlock.
Dude, I can't believe this is happening.
Oh shit! I rolled that with advantage for some reason. I have to remove rage.
That's fine. The 17 is gonna be well enough. And he's like, okay, I don't know why he turned into some scummy. He was like he's scummy. Let's make him scummy. Okay, we won't do the liability form. So, let's say it'll work. It'll work. And he goes and he gets another one, and it's he's like don't use that one. This one's probably better. And he gets one that's like
An Ultra Ball?
It's a safari ball.
No. There's so many Pokeballs now. I can't keep up. Okay. All right, Professor. Can you just give me a minute to just talk to Catspur real quick? I'm not really gonna talk to the cat, to Tressum, but can I? Here, let me just do this. Oh, that was almost a fucking 20. Damn it. Okay. So it's not gonna do anything. I just want to feel the cat's like if the cat's nervous, if the cat would want to do that, if like I want his thoughts on it.
You could have.
yeah. I mean, it's a cat, man. Like
It's a trust.
right now, it's just licking itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could have Fjark
okay.
talk to him. Yes.
Oh, that's right.
It can do that.
Fjark, I kind of want to ask you for a favor.
Okay.
This I can pay you back with a favor in the future if you need me to. But I really want Catspur to become somewhat a familiar. There's
Mhm.
this fire yearning inside of me with so much love for this thing that I want to make her mine completely. I was wondering if you could talk to her and maybe see her thoughts on the matter if she wants to go through this. Because if she doesn't want to go through this, I'm not going to do it.
Okay, sounds good. I'll
Okay.
use speak with animals,
Okay.
and I will talk to Catspur. You guys are just gonna be hearing me go meow 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 meow
Yeah,
meow meow meow.
exactly.
But I'll be informing Casper of
What I'm trying
Rugen's
to do.
feelings
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and what he wants to do, so that you can accompany him throughout our journey, good and bad.
Um, so yeah, it goes. It's like
Casper's
you
not
know,
sentient, though,
It's a
right?
Tressum, right?
yeah, it's a Tressum. It's like as smart as a cat is. So it's
Yeah.
not like it's not like it's like can grasp high concepts, but it's like
Yeah, but the cats are pretty smart
it's
though.
like
It's
I
it's
I like
okay.
him.
I hate to say
He
it.
feeds me
I
nice
fucking
treats.
hate to say it, but it's smarter than both me and it's smarter than
That's
both
true.
me and Lou.
It's true.
It's got
Intelligence
11
of 11.
intelligence. It's like significantly
Oh
smarter.
yeah.
Oh
So
my
Oh
god,
shit.
this is
okay.
so
It's
fucking
like
So
way
it's
horrible.
like
smarter than we
it's
are.
like yeah, it's like
Oh my god.
he's kind of
Oh,
dumb, but he feeds me treats, and I like to take care of him when I can when he's around.
that's
Okay,
fucking
I bring
then
him things. He doesn't eat them, but he should.
then all you need to do is touch this crochet ball,
Uh huh. And then
and
and it's like looking at it, and it's like a cat. It's like wanting to paw at it because it's a yarn. It's a ball of yarn.
yeah, ball of yarn. Yeah, I was
Um,
thinking that to
and it goes to paw at it, and it accidentally like hits the button,
activates the
and
thing. Oh no.
it zaps into um, Bruggen.
There we go.
I'm gonna have
Yeah.
you roll
Yeah, I
uh,
know.
for
All right.
this.
Okay. Here we go.
I hate to say this, it is an
No.
Arcana check.
No way. No, no, no. Stop. Oh shit. Oh, but negative.
That's not great for us.
No, it's not. Oh fuck. Okay.
You can get
I'll
guidance.
give you guidance. So I'll give you
Ah.
guidance.
Is there some? I know the answer is gonna be no, but I have to ask anyways, because the player in me, right? Since she did it willingly, quote unquote, can I get advantage on the rolls? I didn't force her to do it.
Yeah, you can get advantage. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay. This is gonna be bad, guys. Okay. Um, let's do it. Nice.
Hey, a 19's pretty good.
And what's
17.
yeah? And what's guidance? +4.
D4, yeah.
It's 1d4, yeah.
1d4. So 18.
Hell
That's
yeah.
not that's not bad. Oh wow, that's good.
Okay. Um, so the ball of yarn, like you could sort of see like some of the bands of yarn light up, and as you look closer to it, you realize that like the stitches specifically, like the loops of yarn form like Mobius strips.
Mm.
Um, and that seems kind of cool. But it's like multicolored yarn and sort of lights, glows with magical energy. And then at a certain point, it like sort of like, psh, and Professor Dog was like, "Ooh, that's good. Yeah, I think it worked.
What you think?
Yeah,
Ha- have you ever done this before? Maybe we should
I
have led
mean,
with that.
I've got a few, yeah, that have worked. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it goes horribly wrong. Sometimes the animal gets terribly maimed.
Oh man. Okay.
Sometimes a
So
person accidentally pushes the button and then they get sucked inside, and that's not good.
That's what happened to my wife.
Can you imagine? Uh,
I mean,
um.
not my wife, but my lab assistant.
Oh no. Um. Okay. So what's the next step here? Do we wait? Is there another
Well, now you could try
procedure?
to pop it out. Yeah, see, it should now. It's keyed to you. It should now follow your commands.
Um. Okay. How do I use this thing?
So it's essentially you can throw it within 20 feet. It will, wherever you throw it, bounce back into your hands.
Wow.
Um,
Okay.
and it will pop out the creature that's contained within.
Okay.
Um, the creature will um, uh, um, obey your commands. It will act
Oh,
on your initiative order.
all right. Um,
Um, in
and
combat, you can use a bonus action to command it to do something. Out of combat, it works similar to the Find Familiar spell.
wow. Okay. Um, and I just throw it. I'm not much of a magical arts type of guy, so there's no incantation or a word like "I choose you." So I'm sorry, I had to
Um,
say.
I suppose, yeah, you could say that. That could be the activation word for sure. You could say that. It does need one. You
It,
can set it yourself as part of the process here.
you know what? I don't think I wanna. Can I use it without a word? I kind of don't.
Yeah, you could just throw it.
Okay, yeah, cause can I just press the button? Cause here's the thing. What if I'm trying to be sneaky
Oh
and
yeah,
I
you could press the button too. I just thought that the throwing it was kind of a cool flourish,
was
and
kind
also
of
sometimes maybe you want the animal far away from you.
right, right.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad that there's options, but right now I'm just gonna press the button. And as I say that, I press the button.
Okay. Um, cat spur pops out, and yeah, it's like Find Familiar.
Oh, really?
So it's not immortal, but you can command it, and again, out of combat, it works like a Find Familiar spell.
Well, when you say not immortal, like when it goes to low HP, does it automatically pop back in the thing?
Um, yeah, you know what? I'll say that. Yeah, I'll say that it takes 24 hours for it to come back if it takes enough damage to die. Um, the crochet ball um,
We'll protect it.
will protect it, put it in, and it'll come back. Because we don't want your pets to die. That's fucked up.
Oh, thanks. 24
So,
hours. That's good.
um, yeah. So you'll have to wait for 24 hours before it can come out again.
Okay. I don't know. Uh, so not no like so Bruggen doesn't know like what to expect. Um, so is she just there staring at me? Like I'm just
Yeah.
gonna say, "Hey, Catspur, how you doing?"
Um, yeah. So I don't. Oh, I guess you can communicate with it telepathically.
Yeah, it says. Well, Bruggen doesn't know, right? Like he doesn't know what. Yeah, it says while your familiar is within 100 feet of. Oh, that's cool. 100 feet. That's good. You can communicate with it telepathically. You can see through your familiar's eyes and hear what it hears until the start of your next turn. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Gaining the
Um,
benefits of that is
yeah.
cool.
So she's like she's like, oh yes, uh, Rugen, how are you?
Holy shit! Guys, it
Can I have a
works.
treat?
Guys, guys, it works. I can hear her. Oh, you majestic, beautiful little girl.
She's
Yes.
gonna like fly up to like a countertop and like push a beaker off of a table.
Yeah, of course you will. I'm gonna turn to Bruggen and I'm gonna say, this is nice, but I will find one even better than her, and I will buy one as well. and I'm gonna make it a
Okay.
competition now. My Pokemon is
Buy
gonna
one
be better.
for
Yeah.
100 for 100 gold.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll a d4.
Okay.
Oh shit. Oh, here we go.
Damn,
A
these
4.
things sound cool.
Nice.
Okay. Now I need you to roll a d8. Oh my god. Okay.
No way. I'll give her all
So
the
he
treats
hands
want.
you a bag.
Okay.
He's like, sure, if you want one. He's like, I have been experimenting with some creatures, and these are my successes. So, 100 gold.
Oh, there's one inside already. Okay.
Yeah, he's got one.
Even
I'm
better.
having you
Okay,
roll
okay.
to see which one you get.
All right. It's 100 gold. Okay.
Yeah, it's 100 gold.
I will say, no, take a look at this one. It will put yours to shame. And he will pop the button.
It's
And-
not set to him though. Okay.
Oh, I need to hold on. I'm trying to get to an image here.
I can't believe we're fucking Pokemon, dude.
Out comes a bird with a large beak.
Oh my
It's known as an
god.
axe beak. It's a large bird.
That is wow.
Dude, we're just rolling in the freaking pack animal ass birds.
We are, yeah. These, oh my god, these would have been so useful when we were snowboarding.
Oh yeah, when we were bird walking,
Yeah, bird walking.
for sure.
It is not. It looks great. You look great.
Oh my god, that's great.
Oh, this picture looks. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that looks cooler. That's a cooler one.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah,
which
so
one?
it's like geez, how long have I been in there?
You've been in. I don't know, but I will be your new master from now on. You will carry me around when I need you, and when I don't, you will get to wander about and have a good time. we go on
the
many
X-Beak
adventures.
has an intelligence of 2, so it's gonna be like
Oh god.
it's gonna
I
be
went.
like I don't know that it's even capable of like
Yeah.
you can telepathically communicate with it, but it's gonna just squawk back.
It's squawking in my mind.
think-
Oh god.
Think like the It's Always Sunny episode where it's like the D is actually just an ostrich going
Yeah.
like I don't know. It's like that in your mind.
All right. Okay. Well, this will be very useful, and he'll pop it back in the ball. I'm very glad I got that.
Hey man, you got an axe beak.
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
Um,
Casper, this is so good. Now we could communicate without any, worries that. Now you can tell me all of your needs, and I can.
She
provide.
pushes another beaker off the table and she's like, I just need treats.
But I
Fishy
gave
ones.
I gave you 2 already.
Is 2 an appropriate number for a creature as divine as me?
Okay.
Why don't
How
you give
about-
me treats and I tell you when to stop?
I don't want you to get fat though.
Ooh.
We gotta.
Ooh.
We gotta. Ruben is not that smart, guys. He's not that smart.
You see her kind of upset and she pushes the button on the ball and goes inside the ball.
No. She's a
And
little upset, guys.
Professor Dogwood's like, huh, that was unexpected. I was expecting, pure obedience, but, maybe if the animal's personality is strong enough, it's, maybe a little bit, huh. Did the cat seem smarter to you?
Yeah,
Does this
yeah.
enhance the intelligence of the animal? Oh my god, this could be crazy.
Yeah,
I could
I
make
don't know.
people smarter by making them live in a ball?
Well,
crazy.
I don't think that's how it works, Professor. Um, Casper she was always a beautiful, intelligent bird in my eyes. So,
Huh.
um,
Okay. Well,
I
whatever
mean,
you say, man.
cat. I mean, yeah. I
Uh,
mean, don't worry. I'll work with it on her. We have a long trip coming up. Some
so the
bonding
two
time.
orcs, early
Some
adopters, you, sir, my dwarvish friend, can I interest you in anything?
Um,
oh my god.
sure. I will buy one.
100 gold?
Yeah, 100 gold. Here, I'll
All
take
right,
it out of
roll
my
a
inventory.
d4. Roll a d4.
Oh no, why don't you get an empty one if he has? You
Oh
already
yeah,
had
you could get an empty one if you wanted.
He already has Bertram, right? I don't know if he wants to.
Yeah.
No,
He's
no,
a
no.
druid.
Bertram's sentient, dude. I
Oh,
would feel
okay,
bad.
okay.
Oh, he
gotcha,
is
okay.
sentient. That's right.
Yeah, I forgot
Yeah.
about
He's
that.
more
Yeah.
sentient than we are, for sure.
Dude, plus I like leaving him on the boat. I wanted to use my spare time to teach him to read. So then he could read all the books and talk to Ally. And
Okay, roll
get
a d8.
smarter. I want him to get smarter so he can
Be our researcher.
yeah.
Oh my god, he'll be so good.
Hit.
What next? That's it?
So you pull out a ball. This one, like the yarn is like kind of grayish. Bear, yours was like a tan color.
Gotcha.
And Bjark, you pull yours out and you do you just press the button or do you throw the ball out into the middle of the room?
I throw it out into the middle of the room.
Okay. You
Turtwig,
throw it
I
out.
choose you.
Out pops a giant badger.
Yes.
Nice.
What does it look like?
A giant badger.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude, this thing is sick.
Yeah. It's medium. It's resistant to poison. It's got a burrow speed. It's got a bite.
Like a honey badger.
Yeah.
What's its intelligence? 2.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just kind of like going around like,
Freaking out.
yeah, it's like kind of freaking out, but then it notices you, and it like you see a look of recognition in you, and then it sort of just like walks up to your side and stands there.
I give it a
Ready to
good
be
pat.
committed.
I use let's see. Did that go? Wait. I'll now roll 2. Whatever. I think the first one, 23. Okay.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna try to like give it a little bit of a hug,
yeah,
and try to have it like crawl up my back.
yeah, hugs you back. And then yeah, it's medium sized, so it's like as big as you,
Oh damn!
but it does like try.
To like sit on my shoulder.
Yeah, but it's like when a dog that's too big thinks it's still a puppy and tries to like be carried. But it's like
That's
like
good.
holding onto your shoulders. Yeah. So he's like, wow, what a riveting success on all your parts. I'm very excited You're the first people to come around and give me a chance, so I really appreciate it. So don't forget, the name's Professor Dogwood, and these are my crochet balls.
Yeah. We would definitely spread the word around.
Yeah, great. Then I can prove once and for all that, I am a magical researcher who does have a code of ethics and can actually achieve something, make something of myself. And you guys, get the help of animal companions, and uh, that's kind of cool too, right? Everybody loves animals.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's like, all right, well, you let me know if you decide to do some promotions with this, because again, like, the toughest part about having animal fights is, like, they don't always behave. I don't know if you've ever been to like a Coliseum fight or anything like that, but sometimes they'll let the lions loose and, like, they don't do anything. They're just licking themselves. Maybe they get them hungry so that they want to eat, but
But
it's unpredictable at best.
but how is that companionship though, Professor?
What do you mean?
Like just having them fight? Like
I
is that
mean,
abuse?
it's cool though, right? And don't you fight in the ring?
No, we fight outside of the ring.
Right, you fight, whatever. So, it's just good entertainment.
Hmm. All right. Well, what do you say the pattern of the ball looks like?
Um, so, uh, the one Fjark has is gray, the one that Bear has is tan, and the one that you have is kind of a rust color.
Okay. Okay. What pattern do you say that was?
The stitches are
Yeah.
like the individual stitches. I don't know if you know anything about crochet, but
Mhm.
there's different kinds of stitches in crochet.
Okay.
And these ones seem fairly intricate, but like the stitch itself looks almost like a Mobius strip,
Got you.
which seems impossible. But it's probably how, like, there's some kind of spatial magic on this thing.
Yeah.
Because, like, the Axebeak is a large creature, and it's contained in this little, 3-inch ball of yarn
Yeah.
that's got a button, and it's also got like a little, can like hook into your belt. You can have it on you.
Gotcha. Perfect.
Keep it in a bag, keep it in a pocket, whatever.
Well, thank you, Professor. I will I'll make sure we will promote this. Okay. I'm not sure if we're gonna be here for a few days or not, but next time we're in town, we will promote the shit out of these things.
Cool. Great. Pleasure doing business with you. I'm excited. I think this is my big break. You guys have promise. And good luck.
As we're walking out, I'm like, I can't believe we just got familiars. I don't know about you guys, but I'm very excited. Very excited to teach Catspur new tricks.
As you say that, Bear, the Axebeak pops out of its ball.
Oh
like-
God!
And
Get back in there, and I'll press the button
like,
again.
Nuzzling. It's like trying to like nuzzle up against you, and you it goes back in.
It's Psyduck. It's Psyduck.
He's a beautiful creature. He's very, very nice. It is Psyduck. Fuck.
That's awesome, dude. Oh shit, that's fucking good.
Man, you rolled for it.
Dude,
Um,
that's freaking awesome.
All right. Does Bear or Fjark, you guys have anything in town you want to try to do, look into, shop for?
I wanted to look into, and I wish Alchemia was here. For like upgrades for the ship to make it fly.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I
An
think
airship.
that, I think that the upgrades that Nick Latez had planned for this ship was to make it a submersible vessel.
Oh, where it can go like
Yeah.
underground.
So yeah, underwater. Yeah.
Underwater,
Like
yeah.
a submarine. Yeah.
So,
So but
Are we already flying technically? Right?
no.
No? Okay.
No, you're kind of like it is on the water, and it has like the ship actually moves like an eel.
That's right.
It has like fins and stuff that
That's
move,
right.
that propel it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the upgrades that Nick Latez have planned for it are to make it a submersible vessel. But if you want to make it an airship, um, there's probably ways to do it. So yeah, you can go around and so
it'd just be sick to me like dive into the water and then shoot out and then it just take off.
yeah.
Could launch some bombs from the skies. Cool.
So to upgrade the ship to an airship, would, and this is going to be kind of a hefty price, just to have somebody do it, like to completely convert it, it would be 20,000 gold.
Oof. Yikes. Yeah.
But if
I
we
don't
were to
think
get the plans for that and then try and do it ourselves, like if there's
Yeah, you could make that cheaper.
maybe we like have to hunt down like
Yeah.
some core of a beast or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
so yeah, so what I'll say is that Ally is already working on upgrading the ship. He has instructions from Nick Latez to upgrade the ship into a submarine. So he will be doing that, or getting that ready. That will cost a certain amount of money. If you do want to make it able to fly, he can probably get schematics for that. And then you guys would probably have to get the part that would be needed for it.
Okay. We already have some adamantium.
You have adamantium. Yeah. I think that would probably be useful to help reinforce the frame of the ship, since the ship is, no longer going to have like the buoyancy of the water supporting its weight. If you're going to be going out into the air, it'll be kind of like, it's sort of like structurally it needs a little help. In terms of the propulsion device, yeah, you're gonna have to find something. Let me come up with that. Give me a chance to come up with that. I can't improv that off the top of my head. But it'll probably be like, some kind of like crystal or something that you'll have to get that will.
core.
Huh?
A steam core.
Yeah, something like that, but it's gonna help the ship. Otherwise, I mean, you could um try to get like, so I guess there's sort of a couple options in terms of what type of airship you want. Do you want something that's like a dirigible, like, like a balloon type thing, like a Zeppelin, you know? Um, because if that's the case, then you're going to want to get um uh material that's going to be like a tough kind of leather. So you're going to want to get like some dragon wing leather. You have to try to hunt a dragon, which are like extremely rare.
Mm.
Um, but if you want to like have it fly without like a balloon and fly on its own, then that's gonna involve you guys getting like a magical um, type of levitation device, or like something that can power magical levitation device.
So, I was just thinking because we have to visit a couple mountain ranges that it would be kind of cool to have a airship. I mean, also the high rollers have an airship,
Yeah, they do.
so um, airship battles would sound kind of cool.
Yeah.
But that's up to the party if they want to pursue that further. Otherwise, we can just do the submersible thing. It's gonna be a pain.
Yeah, so that if you want to do that, I mean that's like, got the sort of flavor of side quest here, so like we would, we could do that. Um, and I can plot that out, you know.
What do you guys think, Bear Bergen?
Dude, I'm down. Whatever. I'm down for whatever.
Um,
Ah,
yeah.
I don't think we're on a time crunch currently.
No, there's no like there's no like huge time crunch. I mean, I mean the human realm is like locked in with the Mermix, but that doesn't seem like a problem that's going to be solved
Yeah.
the faster you
So,
go. And
so how long are we looking for here? Are we staying in the city? Just curious.
no, so I mean, if you want to like look around for like a spot to get like an item, then like it might be somewhere else. Um,
So I
you
guess my
know.
question is, how long are we staying in this city? And what time is it currently now?
So, you guys got in, let's say like sort of mid-morning.
Right.
Uh, you went to find this guy. It's
Hmm.
probably afternoon. You definitely have to
Okay.
stay tomorrow because you need to like
We,
figure
we
out whether
had
you're
the
gonna be
meeting.
spectral pioneers.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then this thing we're gonna do right now is gonna take how long you think?
I don't know, man. I mean, it depends on like here's the thing. One of your guys's items that you need to find is in the lair of a dragon. So like if you want to turn that dragon, if you end up fighting a dragon, you turn that dragon's wings into the balloon for the airship. Like that would be an option. If you want to, hunt down a different dragon, you can do that. If you want to get this like another item, then like that'll probably be like something where you go somewhere else, you know, do some kind of, I don't know. I would have to plot that out, but I can do that, you know, some
so which
special
sounds
material that
cooler?
can
Yeah.
power the ship.
Which sounds cooler? A like Zeppelin type. I'm trying to. I need to look at the Unagi to look. Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, because if the Unagi can just fly without like a balloon attached to it, that would be kind of cool looking.
It would look cool
But
with a
it
balloon
looked cool
though,
with
and
the
it just
balloon
kind of
too.
goes back and forth. Yeah.
Hmm.
Like that, the deck can open up and a balloon comes out and then lifts it
Yeah.
up. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that would be cool. That'd be some like castle
And
in
then
the
you'd
sky
probably
shit.
use the adamantium for like adamantium reinforced cables for the balloon to deploy out of and to hold to attach it to the ship. Yeah, that's cool, man. I don't know.
Which would
It's
you
up to
guys
you.
prefer, a balloon or a?
My vote is the non-balloon, but I can also do balloon, just aesthetically. But I'm down for either.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with non-balloon.
Okay.
Okay.
Is there somewhere I can buy plans for a non-balloon ship?
Yeah, roll investigation.
Oh yikes! Okay. Oh wait, roll 2.
Your first roll was a 14. I'll take that. 13 total. Yeah, you know, you find a place that's selling schematics, and you know, um, there's one that's sort of like, yeah, selling schematics for like a sort of like universal like levitation engine, and you know, some of it is just like kind of some mechanical engineering and stuff, and so it's still going to cost like in parts um, to build. You know, like the more mundane parts of it, of the engineering around it and stuff is still going to probably cost like 2,000 gold. But then like the most vital part is that would cost like 20,000. Um, would be like, you know, the energy source. Um, but you know, so you can get those schematics for you know, 200 gold.
Wow. That's freaking awesome.
Um, and the guy will say like, you know, hey, like if you're looking like for this energy source, like, you know, I mean, it's extremely rare, and you know, like I have a source if you want to buy it, but otherwise you can. I heard a lead from a spectral pioneer that there's been a newly discovered realm with the new people that live there, and it's rich in this resource.
Oh, that sounds interesting. Tell me
But
more.
you know, it's not a place that's, you know, the public can chart to.
Well, hopefully tomorrow we'll be spectral pioneers.
Oh, really?
Yes. And that sounds
Well,
like a quest for a spectral pioneer.
um, and this guy like looks at you shrewdly, and you know, he's like a gnome, and he's like, "Oh, let me give you my card. If you are indeed going to be spectral pioneers, then you know, for any of your magical and mechanical and other engineering problems, uh, please keep me in mind."
Um, I will, but for now, just the schematics, please. I will pay
Um,
him 200 gold.
yeah, so you have schematics to convert the ship into an airship. Um, and yeah,
I'm
um,
a poor ass dude.
well, you'll have opportunities to get more gold. Um, cool. So let's I would like to do you guys sort of getting instated as spectral pioneers when everybody's here. I know that's not like, you know, easy, and I'll still do it if we got more here. here next week. But it's 10 o'clock. It's kind of when I start turning into a pumpkin now because I'm waking up at 5 every morning. So I'm gonna call it here, if you guys
Okay.
don't mind. This has been fun.
No, bro.
It's been great.
Fantastic. Dude.
I hope that we can get the whole squad together next week. You guys can get officially instated as Spectral Pioneers, get access to the cash shop. You know, if there's you know, items that you want for your character, let me know. I don't, you know, like loot tables can be unpredictable. You know, obviously, like, don't go crazy with like overpowered legendary items, but like, if there's something that you think is like level appropriate for you that you think would be fun to play with, for your character, make your character good at the thing that you want them to be good at, let me know. I will work a way into having it be available, or, you know, having it be able to be sold to you. You know, Spectral Pioneers have access to specialized and somewhat subsidized sources of magical gear and outfitting. And so just let me know. And then downtime activities, if you want to message them to me in the Discord.
All right, cool. Thank you for
All right.
running it. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Talk to
Yeah,
you
thanks,
later.
Nate.
GG's.
Peace out, guys.